And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer.
Howdy folks, Darren back with you here at Cross Timbers Farm. Welcome to 8th Day Chronicles. Glad to have you with us today on this beautiful bluebird skies. 1st of February of 2024. And we just rolled over into February and we're out here in our hay pasture. And we got the Stihl little MS 170. This is a fantastic little small lightweight saw. I've got bigger Stihl saws, but I find I pick this thing up more than any of them. Get a little limb saw, get a little homeowner saw, get a little farm around the farm saw when you just got light duty stuff to do. You see behind me here, we have a Bradford Pear tree here in our pasture. When we purchased this property, this tree was already here. We did not plant this tree. Work around a farm's never done. There's always something to do. As soon as we can get this tree, and it's not a big tree, it's pretty small. We're gonna get this thing down. It's just brush mainly. There's very little tree trunk to it. It's just brushy. And we're gonna get this down and get it out of here. The stump, we may leave the stump a little high so we can see it for this year. Probably within the next year, the stump will rotten to the point we can just pull it out of the ground very easily with a tractor. We'll give those roots and the stump time to die for about a year, 6 months to a year, whatever that takes, till it gets soft enough to we can easily pull it out of the ground, and then we'll get rid of it. But we'll be cutting this Bradford Pear down, getting rid of this thing and hauling it down into the woods to our brush pile, and improving our hay field at the same time, making it where we don't have to dodge this tree as we go through. So stick with us. The Bradford pear tree is considered an invasive tree. Produces these little small, I don't know, they call them pears, but I guess they're in the pear family. But birds readily eat those seeds and spread these things, and these seeds apparently are very viable, and they spread like wildfire. The Bradford pear originally is native to China and Vietnam, and the U.S. government, believe it or not, there's our government for you, back in the 60s, imported these trees for ornamental purposes, for landscaping and things. They do bloom very, very pretty. They will cross-pollinate with other pear trees, desirable pear trees, things of that nature. So several years ago, North Carolina put out a bounty on Bradford pear trees. If you had some on your property, if you signed up for the program and documented cutting them down and getting rid of them, they would replace those trees with other trees, I'm assuming, such as that, maybe apple trees or dogwood trees or maples, whatever, for up to 5 trees if you'd cut them off your property. We originally left this one for the goats to browse on, hoping they would go ahead and destroy it, and they almost did, but they didn't quite. So, and it's in the way of our hay too, so we're getting rid of this invasive thing. The wood in them is very soft, and in hard winds, a lot of times these trees will just break. You'll see them in people's yards with limbs broke out of them and things of that nature. So we're glad to get rid of this thing. It was in our way, cutting hay right in the middle of our hay field too. It was a little bit of shade for the goats, and they sure browsed on it for a while. But it got so big they just couldn't get up into the limbs. They trimmed all the lower limbs and ate those, and couldn't get up any higher. So it didn't kill it, but the Stihl sure did. So we're going to finish getting this off the field. We're going to leave the stump probably through this summer, maybe next winter, after it's had time to rot. And I'm going to leave it up higher so I can see it for now, and leave me a place to hook a chain to it later. Let this thing rot in about a year, and then I'll jerk it out of the ground with a tractor and a chain. Here on the fence road coming in from our main hayfield into our reclaimed hayfield, we got a big old black gum tree right here, and I want to leave this tree. It's a pretty big tree, and if we ever put livestock back in this area, this is the only shade up in this area, so we want to leave this tree. And the gate where we come through on our tractor with our hay equipment and the truck and everything's right there. And the root ball, the root system apparently of this big black gum tree comes down into here, and there's a hump here. And when we come through this gate on the tractor, we're already on a pretty significant slope like this, and you come up on that hump and it goes even further. A time or two when I came across it, I was like, whoa. It's like it wanted to make the tractor really unstable and roll it. And we need to take off this hump, but some of it up to about where the gate comes through right here. And I thought I could just shovel this hump off with just manually with a shovel. And can you hear that? Roots. The roots run right on top of the ground here. I don't know that I'm going to be able to shovel this off. I dug a few places right in here and the roots were as big as my wrist or so. And I may just take the tractor bucket and see if I can push some of it, get down below and come uphill at it and see if I can do anything with a bucket to level this hump off. I may just have to live with it if I want to leave this tree here. I can cross it, I just have to go slow. So I may just wait one day when I've got the tractor out and that tooth bar on the front of my bucket and see if I can dig into that a little bit and smooth this over, get rid of that hump. I may not be able to because of that root system. If I do, it could possibly kill the tree if the root system is really big and right on the ground like I think it is. Just when we installed the drive-through gate there, I didn't realize that hump was that bad for bringing hay equipment through at that time. We didn't even have hay equipment at that time, so couldn't have asked for a better day weather-wise. We got our Bradford pear tree taken care of and some other chores, and it's about time to go feed the chickens, get them put back in the runs. They've been out free ranging all afternoon and it's about to get dark on us. The sun is right over here and it's just about to go under the mountain on the other side. So thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it. Our channel's growing and we appreciate it. If you haven't, we'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel. Drop some comments, give us a thumbs up. Hay season will be here before we know it. It's already February and all the frost seeding and everything's been done, and the last thing we're going to be doing is fertilizing here probably about for mid-April, probably about 2 months. So we're doing odds and ends around our farm now on our hay fields and things to improve efficiency. It seems like there's always something to do. But in any event, thanks for being with us. God bless you and your family. And I pray that y'all have a fantastic day.